Alright, how did the Romans write and speak? Romans spoke Latin, Greek, and Greek. They are the official languages of the Roman Empire. Latin slang developed in modern languages such as Italian, French, and Spanish. The letters J, U, and W were added after the fall of empire. Girls attended at school up to age 7. Education was important because kids learned how to write and speak Latin. Romans also learned music, geography, and Latin, the Roman language. The Roman alphabet looked a lot like our capital letters. The Roman numbers were a lot different compared to English. Children wrote with a stylus, a pointed tool. What kind of utensils did the Romans use to make their Roman roads? The oldest street in Rome is the Via Scala, run through the Roman Forum. The Romans The Romans constructed a network of a long straight road with deep fountains. Merchants developed networks of long-distance cargo routes carrying bulky goods by sea. The Romans planned and built highways directly connected Rome with the territories that it conquered. This allowed soldiers and traders to travel quickly throughout the empire. For the lowest level of road, the Romans laid down large stones of rubble to aid drainage. The Romans built new roads in layers. The first layer consisted of soil and stone. Horse riders, wagon drivers, women traveling in cautious litters, and men leading donkeys, pack horses, or camels all felt safe to make the journeys. Romans built more than 53,000 miles, 85,300 of roads. On top of this were middle layers of finer metal material such as gravel and sand, which was firmly packed down. Romans used technology to build large and effective systems of roads. The Roman roads were made from materials such as ivory, wood, flint, and slate. These spoons were covered in ornate decorations and hieroglyphics. As the empire expanded its power, roads were needed to effectively transport and trade goods, soldiers, and materials. The roads that were used today from a Roman design. Roman road consisted of 3 layers. A bottom fountain layer, often of stone. A middle layer, often softer than materials such as sand and gravel, but sometimes paving stones. How did the Romans trade? Intended impress visiting merchants and traders. Coins were minted by the emperor mainly to pay the soldiers and to collect taxes. Animals were put into use in transporting goods. They pulled carts and wagons or cranes lands on their backs. Fragrant spices like saffron, ginger, and nutmeg were bought in Arabia and India. In Britain mined precious metals like gold and silver, which they made into coins and jewelry. The Roman Navy hunted down pirates, which helped trade flourish. Roman emperors encouraged trade by building new harbors. The Romans used to make jewelry, which Romans wore to prevent bad luck. It supplied wheat to make bread and papyrus made from wheatland plant, which the Romans used as paper. Trade was boosted by the creation of standard coinage used across the empire and even beyond. Trade routes across Europe and Asia allowed the Romans to buy goods from faraway lands such as China and India. Romans were able to bring in a wide range of goods in the far corners of the empire, send their products abroad to be sold. The Romans invented shopping malls. Trajan's Market, the largest mall, had more than 150 shops on 5 levels, selling everything from silks and flowers to fresh fish. How did the Romans travel? Romans used barges and sailing ships to transport bulk goods. Many patricians in Rome needed to travel their farms in the countryside. The ancient Romans, most dignified, Romans traveled by chariot, boat, and on foot. Stone model of a ship transferring wine, China, and modern-day Germany. Romans also had sound engineering, silks, and bringing water supplies to cities along the aqueducts and in buildings. Horse riding carried the official messages by relay along the roads. Shopping for fresh horse at lodging houses stated out regular intervals along the route. Officials traveled on government businesses, farmers traveled to markets, and tourists traveled for fun. Roman travelers could consult guidebooks and road maps. One of the reasons the Roman Empire was so prolific was its incredibly efficient transportation systems.